Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, probably a few years too late. But I mean, you can feel it in here. You can feel the atmosphere. As soon as Floyd got into the venue and got into the arena, and the crowds come around the ring, and a shot lands there straight away for Floyd.
And Daly, you've seen this man up close before. You went with Deji abroad here. You know better than us, either of us, what it's like to be around this sort of circus. It's incredible with these guys that come with him.
Yes, phenomenal, man. What can I say? He's a legend, one of the best, if not the best fighter that ever lived. And everyone needs to appreciate him why he's still doing this, man, seriously, because he's an absolute legend.
Nice and sharp with the jab. It's the way that he sets his feet, Floyd. Throughout his career, he always controls the range. He gets to the edge of it where he feels comfortable defending and where he feels comfortable attacking.
Now, one thing I need to point out, this is actually 6 two-minute rounds, not the 8 as mentioned. But another thing I'd like to say is I think Aaron Chalmers came in with the right attitude. I'm fighting Floyd Mayweather, and he's realising what he's up against. So he said, I'm just going to take the risks. I'm against the greatest.
Well, that was a good right hand that landed over the top there, and you saw the reaction from Chalmers. I'm loving his short stuff. It's like he's going for an old Kronk style or something similar.
I'm loving
without getting an injury, without getting a cut, without getting a technical draw. That shows the mastery just as much as the other.
And Daly, I know we want to focus on the fight, but I've written here Cotto, Mosley, De La Hoya, Gatti, Canelo, Hatton, Pacquiao, Judah, Castillo, Maidana.
I've seen them all.
They're names. They're not just names. Each one of those has made their mark.
Yeah, one of the best fights I saw Floyd in was against Arturo Gatti. That absolutely blew my mind, the way he dismantled Gatti like that.
4 times there.
This is like education for me, being up close like this. You know, obviously I've studied him my whole life, but to see it up close like this, you just see what a genius Floyd Mayweather is.
And it's the little nuances. It's the way he slightly adjusts his feet, slightly adjusts. It's never big movements, it's never grand movements in case he needs, unless he needs to, sorry. It's always minute little micro fixes, and then he gets the shot off, then he smiles and laughs it.
And Aaron Chalmers smiled as well. I think, you know, he said Deji showed him too much respect, but I think Aaron Chalmers is actually going...
It's so beautiful to watch as a master controlling the ring. Yes, I said it before, he's not at his peak. He's still got his mind. His mind is still sharp. You can see that his body is still moving the way it should do. He's reacting the way it should do. He's finding the range the way he should. You know, I think sometimes when you're that good, boxing's like a bicycle, and I think he'll be fighting till he's 70 if he wants to.
Well, Daly, look at those shots, and picking up on what Sonny says, you can't really argue, can you?
No, you can't argue. And one of the best things that I saw in his career is how calm he is in between rounds. Not a lot of boxers can do that, but he's so calm in between rounds. Nothing phases Floyd Mayweather.
Well, I think when you have no doubt in your mind, I think 50 times, 50-0, he probably didn't think he lost many fights as an amateur either. He probably thinks and always has felt that he's one of the most perfect all-round fighters that there is, and from this position it's probably hard to disagree with him for the most part.
What's hard to disagree with is we often see records, but look at the names on that record. It's a who's who of boxing greats.
And people don't understand how impressive, just seeing the final bell 50 times without getting an injury, without getting a cut, without getting a technical draw, that shows the mastery just as much as the other.
And Daly, I know we want to focus on the fight, but I've written here Cotto, Mosley, De La Hoya, Gatti, Canelo, Hatton, Pacquiao, Judah, Castillo, Maidana.
I've seen them all.
They're names. They're not just names. Each one of those has made their mark.
Yeah, one of the best fights I saw Floyd in was against Arturo Gatti. That absolutely blew my mind, the way he dismantled Gatti like that.
4 times there.
This is like education for me, being up close like this. You know, obviously I've studied him my whole life, but to see it up close like this, you just see what a genius Floyd Mayweather is.
And it's the little nuances. It's the way he slightly adjusts his feet, slightly adjusts. It's never big movements, it's never grand movements in case he needs to, unless he
comes into fruition perfectly at the end of this incredible card with this man. Everything you were talking about, Daly, is there personified. It's just there.
Yeah, and he's shown that all his career. It's not just here. He's shown it at the highest level against fighters at the highest level.
I would really like to see Chalmers step on it a little bit here. I would like to see him.
Sonny, this is what he said he was going to do, but I feel just like everyone else. He's been caught in that snare. And when he realises the beauty of the movement of the man in front of him and how hard he is to it cleanly, Aaron said, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to really put him under pressure because I've got nothing to lose. And he was right.
Well, I think the problem he's facing is every time he starts thinking about getting to range, Floyd just adjusts his feet backwards. So then he's got to think about adjusting his feet again and then thinking about the punch. In that thought process, Floyd has hit him with 1 or 2.
Daly, this is what you were saying earlier about that American style that he epitomises best, that constant movement, and suddenly you're caught.
Yeah, and you know, Johan Ingram, you know what I mean? We were watching him, and you can see
the influence.
Influence. He's teasing with the low hand. What I like about Floyd, he shows so many different looks, you know, and that draws the opponent into making mistakes.
Doubles up with a 1-2 through the middle, lands the second time, follows up with a lead hook.
And Sonny, that was because Aaron did what you said. He walked forward and he almost clipped Floyd. And it was like, say, if you've got the audacity to do that, this is what you're getting back.
Yeah, it's like the closer he's getting, the harder he's getting hit.
And as I was saying earlier, that this is the kind of jab I like. I love Floyd Mayweather's jab. It's a stinging jab. And I know he doesn't do 12 rounds anymore.
Through the middle, lands the second time, follows up with a lead hook.
And Sonny, that was because Aaron did what you said. He walked forward and he almost clipped Floyd. And it was like, say, if you've got the audacity to do that, this is what you're getting back.
Yeah, it's like the closer he's getting, the harder he's getting hit.
And as I was saying earlier, that this is the kind of jab I like. I love Floyd Mayweather's jab. It's a stinging jab. And I know he doesn't do 12 rounds anymore, but when he was doing 12-round fights, if you keep stinging someone with a jab like that, round by round by round, you're going to break that person down. You're going to take their heart from them.
I want to pick up on something else you said, Daly, because I think he's proving your words here. He knows it's the first time in the UK. He knows everybody is here for one simple reason, to see him. And he's giving us that variety, that range. We've seen how he can unload still, even at 46, how he can unload. But I have to agree with you. I think he's doing this for the fans, saying, let's give you what you want.
He is. You know, Floyd Mayweather has never boxed in the UK before. So why is he going to come to the UK just to coast the exhibition? He's really going to want to show something in this fight.
See Floyd and Aaron exchanging a few words there. I think Aaron half went, that was a bit out of order. I think in no uncertain terms, Floyd told him where to go.
And that's why he still looks sharp at this age.
Made his debut at 19. He retired the year Chalmers started his career.
Looks the other way around right now, doesn't it?
Unbelievable. And as you said, what a joy to see so close up.
I am enjoying what Chalmers is showing there. He's showing he's not reluctant to try and let his hands go. He's getting to the target. He's trying to load up with that right hand and find it.
Yeah, he's having a go. He's having a go, and that's what we can ask.
But I think it's the willingness to keep having a go that makes it a bit easier to read for Floyd. I think Floyd knows as soon as he gets there, he holds his feet, he's coming with a double jab, the right hand over the top.
Sonny, this is what Dale and I were discussing before the bout, weren't we? That Chalmers was tailor-made for what Floyd Mayweather wanted. He loved that style coming forward like that.
Who isn't tailor-made for Floyd?
Think about all the different styles that he's been in, that he's faced, you know. Unbelievable. Oh, good body shot there.
But again, Chalmers steps forward and steps forward. Trying to push
he's doing tonight. He's got 2 more rounds. I think he keeps turning it up a little bit more as we go into this 5th round. And already started with a right uppercut.
Daly says that the uppercut comes straight in. He stays in the pocket of Chalmers. The head snaps back again.
Those jabs, that's what I'm saying. The jab take you around the world. If you see what he does, he go from a high guard to a low guard. He'll snap the jab, he'll touch, feel him out. He knows where he's at all times. There's the high guard again.
And it's good to see some experience in Chalmers' corner. You've got Michael Conlon, former Olympian, former Irish boxing hero, world title challenger. He's there offering his advice. But what are you telling Chalmers at this point in the fight?
I think it goes beyond that, actually. It shows that Chalmers, as I said, always takes his training camp seriously, looks for the best people he can find to try and educate him and build him. You've got to respect him for that as the left hook comes in on such a beautiful angle.
And that was the type of left hook that dropped Juan Manuel Marquez. That lead left hook.
And it's just a little drop of the lead hand that brings it round. Takes their eye off it.
There's it. There he is. There's that high guard again, that teasing high guard.
Look at Chalmers' face, big grin. He doesn't know what he's saying. I know what you want me to do, but I really don't want to do it. He puts you in a situation, doesn't he? Because you know if you come forward all aggressiveness, he's loving being here, he's loving being at the O2. This is a man in total control of his environment.
I mean, it was the man's birthday yesterday, you know, so he's using this whole weekend to party, trust me. Straight after this fight, he's going out. He's going out.
And Sonny, I don't think there's any doubt. He was partying yesterday, probably.
Yeah, and probably the day before that. And probably tonight. And probably tomorrow.
Last round. Let's see if he does, like Daly says, just bring it up one extra notch here to really give the crowd what they want.
Close the show. Close the show.
Well, one thing I know for sure, he's definitely getting a party started here in the break just before the 6th round.
Yes, the crowd absolutely loving him.
Oh, that jab.
Be interesting to try and see if Floyd will push to close out the show.
He's having a chat with Aaron's corner.
I think he wants Aaron to throw a shot here. Look, he's got his eye on him. He's not switching. This is so easy.
Hit me when you want to, he said to Aaron.
I don't think Aaron thinks he's lying right now either.
Oh, that's that rhythm, off-rhythm jab.
I think Floyd wished for the extra 2 rounds now. I think he's really enjoying himself in there.
Do you know what, Sonny? I agree with you. I don't want it to end. I don't want this to be the final round.
I know you call them exhibitions, and I know a lot of people, you know, they try and stay away from them, but this is entertainment. Seeing Floyd rolling back the years.
Well, Sonny, we mentioned, didn't we, Daly, in the changing rooms before, boxers right through the years from the 20s, 30s onwards went on exhibition tours. Top champions back in the day went on exhibition tours into small towns.
Exactly. So why can't he?
And of course, it's nothing new, so a big shout out to Zeus Network, the Money Team Front Row Fight Series for bringing this event into the last, 30 seconds now, and I think Floyd is putting on a clinic.
And I've experienced, you know, these exhibitions with him. He just wants to have fun. It's not necessarily he wants to knock these opponents